Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. So glad you guys are with us. Don't forget, Golf Talk Radio is brought to you by McPhee's Grill of Templeton, hometown cooking through and through at mcpheesgrill.com. Call them at 805-434-3204. We give away gift cards every show and also for our fantasy golf at pgatour.com. Did you guys hear about the guy who hit the bird with his golf ball?
Yes, I did.
You did?
I did.
Okay. So I
Well,
thought
that happens a lot. I mean,
this happened in a pro tour.
Okay,
This is a pro tour.
I've seen YouTube videos of a lot of that.
Yeah,
Nikki
so
had 3 birdies the other day.
she has
I
birdies.
have a
She has
tendency
birdies all
for
the
that.
time. She has
You
birdies
hit
all the
birds,
time.
though, did you?
I do.
Yes.
I have a tendency to do
That's right. You did. And were you in Hawaii? I'm sorry. Didn't you just hit a bird not too long ago?
all the time. I do.
All the time.
You've hit more than one bird?
It feels like, way more.
You've hit, your golf ball has hit more than one bird.
Oh, not at the same time.
Well, I don't mean like
get
you.
that big of
I
a
don't mean
golf
you
ball.
ricocheted into many a bird, a flock of them. But you've hit golf shots that hit more than one bird.
Yes.
How many?
Oh, at least 4.
Wow.
Have you ever hit a bird?
I hit a bird once. It was on the ground. It was a coot,
I've hit a few people.
but it was off a drive. It was at Avalon 14. You know, you hit the drive and then it hits and then it runs into the flock and
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a 10 at Avalon. I've hit into the geese pile there a few times.
Yeah, there's a few
But I
birds
don't
kinda
remember
hanging
them.
around.
I don't remember like falling dead or hitting them. But I bonked a few people. But
I've done that. Not real proud of that.
I bladed a wedge
But not-
right into a goose by mistake. I didn't mean to.
well, of course not. You said that like you were trying to protect something. You said you felt like you had to say that for a
Yeah,
reason.
because I didn't want
You
people
hit
to
a
think
goose?
Yeah.
Did it kill it?
No, it just went oof.
Oh, that. So, Mike, I didn't mean to interrupt your story, but I just find it amazing you've hit a lot of birds. What do you go at the zoo? What are you playing? You're knocking golf balls around at the
No.
The zoo.
I mean,
No.
where are you? The Everglades?
On the course or on the driving range one time, Timmy Townley said, see that coot over there? I bet you can't hit that coot over there.
Oh, that's awful.
And it was a long way away, and so I was just aiming. It wasn't like
That's
I thought it would hit it.
Awful.
And then
I
you swung, you
did
made
it.
contact,
You
and what
aimed-
happened?
At the coot.
The ball hit the coot. and
That's an
killed it.
intentional coot hit.
It was. But I
That's
did not.
awful.
I did not think I could do that.
I don't know if I don't know
If I thought I could have, I would never have done it.
Well, you know how many times when people hit into other people, they say the same thing. Well, I never knew I could hit it so far.
that's true.
I'm sorry. This was my best shot ever. You hear that all the time, right? But you were aiming at the coot.
Hey, coots are a lot smaller than the group of people.
So you're impressed with your shot.
I was afterwards.
Come on. You hit it. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I don't know if we can be friends for a little while. I have to think about this for a minute. So you were intentional coot hunting.
I'm blaming Timothy Townley for it.
But you hit the ball. You aimed at the ball.
Well, everyone aims at their ball.
But you mean you aimed your ball at the coot? I don't aim at my ball, actually. I aim through it. But
What happens if you see a cute little bunny rabbit?
yeah, do you go
Oh,
Like-
they're
like
so
long-
cute.
are those sand wedges to the head?
No,
I mean, do you chase after
no,
them?
I do not. I do not do any of that stuff. That's bad.
Do you have a rabbit's foot on your keychain?
Yes.
I bet you do.
No, I
Do you have a coot foot?
bird foot.
You have a coot foot on your cheek. It's awful. You're a hunter. Do you have trophies in your house?
Wow,
I
she's
do have 2 head
You're a
covers.
golf hunter.
I do have 2 bird head covers.
she is a golf hunter. We've
She's
come up with a new definition.
You're the golf hunter.
a new player, new type of player.
Wow.
I have to bring food home.
The golf hunter. I have to bring
So
food
do you
home.
bait them, like throw the breadcrumbs out there so they all gather around before you slam your shot into them?
No, it's purely on the wild.
Man,
Looks like, honey, there's nothing in the fridge today.
I'm going golfing.
Where are you golfing? I'm going out to Avalon.
Well, there's a lot of
there's a
birds.
lot of deer out there.
Isn't there an Audubon sanctuary out there? Isn't it protected
Why don't you
by
go
law?
for one of those fawns?
Yeah, you could go for the little. If you ever got one of them big old
That is
turkeys,
so horrible.
you could feed your whole family Thanksgiving
Oh,
turkeys,
man.
man. They're all. You go to Dairy Creek.
Those turkeys at Dairy Creek are bigger than I have ever
bigger than your
seen.
car. Have
They
you-
are
So
humongous.
so you don't even need to hit. You could hit like 800
I was
of them
afraid
things.
of those. There was a couple that were a little close, and it was like, I don't want them running at me.
They sit on that little bridge on
They
11.
will chase you. They will
So-
chase you down.
Wow, so that's good hunting for you there.
I
That's good
Do you
hunting.
step on bugs when you walk? You see a bug, do you step on it?
no,
All right.
never.
I forgive you a little bit.
Only black
Do you
widows.
have you ever trapped a mouse? Mouse trap. Yes, not the live one where you can release.
I have.
Oh, Nick, you were a golf hunter. All right, Mike.
What's the
let me hear this.
easiest? What's the easiest? It's got to be the turkeys have to be the
Turkey's
no,
big.
turkey. The coots have to be.
Yeah, you got it. No, they're everywhere.
I think the coots probably because they're pretty
I think
stupid.
they're protected at Avila.
They are.
So you're out
They
there.
are
You hit one
protected.
at Avila.
No.
Where was the
It
coot
wasn't.
hit?
It was
Up in the Avila Range.
No, it was not. It was in Monterey or someplace.
Monterey coot strike.
Monterey
Right.
coot strike.
You
What?
aimed at the bird. I actually canceled
Who
class
was that?
once at Avila. I had a bunch of kids
Yeah.
on the range, and one of those. I think it must have been a turkey that came down. It could have been a goose.
They're mean.
But it was, and all the one kid
They're
said, "Let's
weird.
hit at it. Let's go
Oh,
at it."
boy.
I said, "Class over, people."
That's mean.
And they're like, "What are you talking?" I said, "We're done."
I would
Brought
never
him back to the
attempt-
putting green. Had a long discussion. What are you kidding me here? So it's
That's
my
mean.
beliefs, but I'm the coach at that
Right.
moment. So I stopped because they said, "Let's hit at the bird," and I stopped immediately because. But
It's
then on one hand, you're
wrong.
telling them birdie's a good thing in golf. So I had to explain to them, but they're just kids. But nobody's hitting a bird on my watch.
would
I don't know if
never
I'm playing golf with you
I
again.
would never intentionally kill a bird.
You just said you
No,
did.
I was just
But you're the
aiming
golf
in that
hunter.
You're the
direction.
golf hunter. You should get a new bag.
I would never intend.
Yeah, we'll get in
Is your
embroidered.
bag camouflaged?
Yes.
See, so she can sneak up on the golf. You got a camouflage bag. You do.
With lots of birds on it.
What are the birds you've got in your head covers?
Yeah, what are
what
those?
kind of birds are those? Is there
Past
one like a
victims?
kiwi or something?
No,
A kiwi bird?
No, one is
They're
a
Billy-
roadrunner.
A roadrunner?
They're Billy and
the other-
Mike.
And the other is a quail.
Oh, have you?
Oh.
I have quails all around my house. Think you should come over and chip at them?
That's
They're all-
right. Billy's got a
No.
cool family
No, I
of
would
quails
not
over
I
there.
do.
You better not let her
I
over
got the
there.
whole
No.
partridge family running in the backyard out
No,
there.
they mow your lawn.
They do. So
That is
you
such a
cannot
cool
visit.
story.
Don't bring
Okay.
your clubs.
Okay, I won't.
Our producer's upset. Hey, you're the one who brought up you're the coot
Hey, you know,
killer.
occasionally out at Avil, at least when I used to work there, cattle would get out once in a
Yeah.
while.
Oh, yeah, Mike
you
and
could get
we,
some beef.
Remember, we rounded them up with golf
Yeah.
carts.
We could make
we
turkey.
were-
Yeah.
You could go. You'd have to hit like full driver up close.
Oh man, right to a special spot. You couldn't kill him anywhere.
Mike and I, when we worked together at Avila, do you remember you got the phone call? Cattle's loose on 4.
Oh, that was
So
a
we took
ton.
off in 2 carts and we literally cowboyed him back in through the fence. Remember
I-
that?
I
We,
remember
we
that
rounded him up,
story.
but except for one up to the tee box, so we couldn't get out the one on the tee box. So you had to call the owner or something, the farmer guy,
Yep.
the rancher. Remember that? But we
That's
had
so funny.
3 or 4 of them. We got to go back through the fence. It
It
was
was
awesome.
so
man.
hard rustling those,
We were
those
rustling.
cattle back up the hill.
We were cattle rustlers.
Yeah,
It was just like that, and I'm going, yeah.
I would
So
have
I'm-
loved to have
and I'm
seen
zipping
that.
oh, it was so fun. Mike was good. Mike knew how to cut. He was cutting them so to get him to move. I was this big circle, and you cut him into the fence. It was well done, dude. I wore chaps the next day to work, and they all laughed. I'm like, hey,
We were a good team.
we
We were a good
good.
roping team.
We
Yeah,
were a team.
I would love to have a video of that.
It's a true story.
I still remember seeing.
That's not a fake
I
news.
still
That's-
remember seeing the giant cow or cattle, whatever you call it. I still remember it running down the hill above 3 green, and it got so much momentum it couldn't stop,
slid hoof marks.
and it slid.
Yeah,
It slid across the green, and it peeled the green
It
like
did.
cheese.
we did. We had cut hoof marks.
Yeah.
So we had to go get a rule book. What do you do with hoof mark? Can you repair a hoof mark? But I do remember it was like Ferdinand.
You
It
repair-
was like
You
Ferdinand.
probably ruined the beef.
Well, no.
You know, all
the
that
beef.
fright.
You should have seen how deep the gouges were.
These are sharp hoofs,
They
man.
were probably like 3 or 4 inches deep
was a-
across the entire green.
It was a 1,000-pound
Because he's got
cow.
a lot of poundage.
Oh my gosh, it was insane.
That was the one that got caught up in the tee box. Yeah, it's just sliding
Yeah.
down like her Ferdinand.
Yes,
That was more fun.
that is so funny.
I remember that was pretty cool. Truth, that's not fake news, people. We actually cut them back into the cars, all but Ferdinand.
Anyway, back to your story, Mike.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
The golfer that hit the bird.
Should change the subject. Nikki.
Yeah, I gotta find. I gotta find the.
That was an amazing story, actually.
Well, here it is, right here. Okay,
Couldn't be as
so,
funny as the coot hunt.
So this golfer Kelly Craft, he hit a bird in flight on the par 3 14th hole, and the ball drops in the water in front of the green after it hits the bird, so it falls into the hazard. He made a double bogey, and he finished 1 over par in the Harbortown Golf Links, and he missed the cut by a stroke.
Oh, that just happened this week. You're talking about.
Yeah.
That
so he
happened this
misses the
week.
cut by a stroke
by
when he hits
because
the
of the
bird.
bird. Well, you know, it's. Remember it happened in baseball? The pitcher who smashed that bird went flying across.
That was Randy Johnson.
So did he get a repitch over, or was it a ball?
I don't know.
Was it a wild pitch?
I don't know. I that's a good question.
Because Yeah, keep going because if he got a pitch over, maybe this guy should have.
Yeah, and they thought Kraft asked for a ruling. You know, he figured he'd get a reshot for hitting a flying bird.
It was a big bird too. They said it was a huge.
Wow, you would have loved that. Did he yell pull before he swung?
Yes. But they said because the bird was not a man-made object, he had to play the ball as it was in the water or take a drop.
Yeah, it's just an outside agency.
That's rough, man.
Oh yeah.
But it really is a bummer. But what if it hit the bird, and bounced on the green, and went in the hole?
Well, that's true.
Right, so
you would have been happy.
It's an outside agency. So when you do it, but when Nikki does it intentionally, there should be a penalty. Right? I mean, I'm seriously. Not only should be thrown off the golf course, there should be a penalty. You know, the Audubon people should be contacting you. PETA should be all over.
Well, that came up too, and I don't know exactly where the article is, but PETA was not happy.
About what?
About the bird thing. But I'm sitting there thinking, like, well, what can he do about it?
It's an accident, and almost like hitting something with your car by accident. You're driving through a dark road, you don't see it coming, and you hit an animal. Happens all the time.
Yeah, he can't do
PETA can't get upset with that. No. People try to build a turtle crossing bridge for $20 million.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of that, we have turtles at Paso Robles Golf Club in the ponds. Well, they migrate. So what happens during the spring?
Are they walking across the?
They walk across the course. They
come up from chalk.
No, yes, no. They actually walked out of the ponds on 2, 14, and they'll go.
Walk out?
They'll walk out on 10.
Where are they heading?
And they've actually
protesting.
Noah was picking the driving range the other night, my son, and up on a hillside, nowhere near water.
Turtle Hill.
He picks up a turtle. It's probably about yay big. What is that? Probably about
if you
12 inches
If you
across.
put him in a tank, he needs a rock and get his head up above the water.
We want to put him back in the water.
Bob.
But it's like their drive to get out, I think because it's springtime. You know, they're trying to go out and find a mate and do that whole thing.
You don't hit turtles, do you?
No.
All right.
No, never.
So that's interesting. So
they're huge. But they're really pretty.
So when you say they migrate, they go from one place to another for different times of years.
Exactly.
Where do they go when they're not at your golf course?
You know what? I don't know.
GPS tracker, man.
That's a good question. But we have a lot of them there. Sometimes when you come up on the 14th green at Paso, you'll see the little heads peeking out of the water. You see the little nostrils and the eyes. And there's a bunch of them. Like there'll be like
you can skip balls in the pond.
I was say, I hit
you want some turtle soup?
Yeah, you can skip balls and go at those little heads popped up.
When I was at Jerry, I hit a perfect ball into the green, and it hit and it bounced so high.
You hit a turtle.
That's what turtles would do to you. If you hit a turtle.
You hit a turtle.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, you would know. You're the golf hunter.
That would know that.
You are the golf hunter. You should write a book.
I should write a book. Golf hunting.
So do you actually attempt to hit? Do you keep the ball in play, or do you use old balls or certain sharp ball? I mean, do you sharpen the edges? I mean, what do you use?
She's got one that's got a big spike on the end.
Yes, what I'm saying. Do you have little spiked balls?
Yeah, you do, don't you?
So they cause math. Do they like hollow tip balls? Do you use hollow balls?
What happens is they're normal looking, but once you hit them, they flip open and they have like
awful
thorns all the way around.
I thought I knew you, man. You're not just the golf hunter. You are the golf hunter.
That is so funny.
So this guy hits the bird, double bogey, misses it by 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Life's rough, man.
Man, really.
That's brutal.
But think about the bird. Couldn't have been so good either.
No, they said the bird was fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
It kept flying.
Then happy ending.
I was going to say, if it was a big bird,
because Randy Johnson's bird wasn't a happy ending.
That was a whole nother
So I wonder again if he got an extra pitch, because that would have set a precedent if a moving ball in a competition hits golf rules might be different than baseball rules.
I'm sure they are.
We'll have to look it up at the break. We'll take our second break here. So that segment of golfer or golf, what are you? Golf hunter?
Do you have a wrist rocket in your bag? Do you know those? Do you have a slingshot?
Like a slingshot?
Yeah.
No.
You don't have anything?
No, I don't.
Do you have any CO2 or any BB guns or anything like that?
No.
So you strictly hunt with your golf ball and club.
There we go. This segment is brought to you by Orange Whip Golf. Check out orangewhipgolf.com today. Our drawing will be on Saturday, May 5th, live on the show. All you got to do is go to golftalkradio.com, fill out the winter trivia form, type in Orange Whip Golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Employees and family members of Golf Talk Radio are not allowed to enter this contest, but everybody out there, you are allowed to. So go check it out, golftalkradio.com. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network.